Hi. So last year I did a video where I went over the previous year and what I have planned for the next year, and I figured I should do it again this year. So that's what we're doing. We're doing it again this year. Um, I was gonna do this in on November 18th because that is the channel's 2 year anniversary, or I guess the 2 year anniversary of me posting TCG content. I had a stuff before that, but I don't want to get into that. But I got sick, and then I wanted to finish the Avatar video, and I wanted to finish the Universes Beyond Wishlist video, and it just kind of spiraled out of there, and I never got around to it. But I'm not as sick anymore, and I'm doing it now, if that makes sense. I'm just yapping at this point. This is unscripted, though I do have the community post that I made giving the same kind of update as a basis to work off of. So I at least somewhat know what I'm talking about. The first thing I want to talk about is what happened in 2025. I'm mostly happy with my content in 2025. I appreciate the comment on EDH guides that I've been getting, which is people saying that it's helped them get a starting point for the deck. My goal with this shit is to give people a place to start off of. That's why I talk about cards that I don't like, or I can't afford, or my play group doesn't like, but yours might. So I still want to talk about those. I want to give people the ability to look up a commander and have a guide with like no bullshit in it, just talking about all the cards, couple jokes maybe, and I feel like I've done an okay job at that. I have issues with it, but I guess we'll get into those when I talk more about the series in general. I think G-Rambles is good as an in-between thing, but again, we'll talk about that later. I think my favorite card in every set is a fun thing to do that I can do semi-easily that I think is cool. And I like that I did try at least 2 or 3 videos that were like, I don't know what to call them. They're not video essays, but just discussions, I guess. Going over the content specifically, I suppose. I have issues with the EDH guides, and most of my issues with them this year are that a few of them were rushed because all of them were related to a set that was new or holiday. So every commander this year I covered, except for Pantlaza, that's the exception. All of them are either a precon that came out this year or from a set that came out this year or whatever, or are related to a holiday. So all of them had like, oh, I need to finish this video by X date or else it's not going to be timely. And I kind of want to change that up next year because doing Modern Commanders makes sense. It's relevant, and those are the commanders that people are probably going to look up to learn how to build or whatever. But I feel like I leaned too far into it this year because Baitor was made. I love the Baitor deck, but it was made at the time that it was in order to coincide with Tarkir Dragonstorm. Same thing with Tidus in Final Fantasy. Saheeli was supposed to come out in February, but the video got delayed, and I just ended up finishing it later or whatever. But otherwise, they're all related to a set that came out this year, except for the Halloween video, which is related to a holiday. Next year, I definitely want to do more just random commanders from random sets. I want to do commanders from like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, while also still throwing in some from the current year or whatever. The other crazy thing is I didn't realize this until a friend told me. They're all from precons. I didn't notice that every single one was from a precon, and I think like it makes sense because these are kind of upgrade guides to those in a way, but next year I definitely want to do more non-precon commanders and commanders from older sets. If you guys have any that you want me to do, let me know and I'll at least look into them at the very least or whatever. The thing is, the reason I don't like that is because they're rushed a little bit. Like, I have an issue with reading card names, and I don't know how to fix that because I just sometimes blatantly say a card's name wrong, and it annoys the hell out of me because while I'm reading from the script, the card is in front of me. It is on a big ass screen on my TV in front of me, so I can't fuck it up, and yet I still fuck it up. And then there's some like errors that actually matter. Like I think I say a card in the Halloween video. I'm still not trying to pronounce that commander's name, by the way, because I don't want to say it wrong and look like a fool. I say one of them gives you an extra pre-combat main. No, I say that it gives you an extra combat, but it gives you an extra pre-combat main phase, which is still good, and I still recommend the card for it. Really, if you like it, if you like that kind of thing, but everything that I say about it in terms of it helping you close games because you get an extra combat when the deck has an issue closing games is just incorrect, and it annoys me that that mistake slipped through, and I don't know how it slipped through. Odds are it slipped through because the video was close to done and I needed it out before Halloween, but I still should have put more time in it. That's why I'm also going to make sure that I'm not promising a schedule. I tried to do every month or every alternating month. I tried to do every alternating month in 2025, and I kind of did it. I did 7 videos in the past year. 6 of them, 5 or 6 of them were 2025. And, God, I feel like they happened every alternating month for the most part. There's some where 2 months happened in a row and then 2 months are off, but for the most part, yeah. Another thing is that they're all 3 colors. Which, again, not intentional. It just so happens that the commanders I picked this year are 3 colors. I didn't intend that, but that's what happened. Strafon's the exception. I'm also going to try to do more 2-color commanders next year. It's just, I happen to do a bunch of 3 colors, and it's weird. Once again, if you have any that you want me to cover, I'm up for at least looking into it. I have 3 EDH guides in the tank, are planned, I guess, and the deck is made, and the script is partially written. I have one on an Izzet commander from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I have one on a Dimir camp commander from Tarkir. No, from fucking. Why can't I remember the name? Ixalan. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan. God, can you tell this is unscripted? I'm an idiot. And I have one from Bloomborough. I don't want to do those immediately or whatever because I want to do an older commander than that next, but I haven't picked one. So if you guys have an idea for something you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll, like I said, I'll at least look into it. Tone is also weird with these. I'm trying to make them at least have a few jokes in them for the most part, but it's hard because I'm not a naturally funny person. So it's usually if I think of a joke, I'll add it. But if I don't think of a joke or whatever, I'm not going to force anything. But still, I hope you guys like it. If there's something you want me to change about them, let me know. Same with all of these video types or whatever. God, this is probably gonna be a long video. We're 8 minutes in and I saw like 3 or 4 different fucking video series to go over. So EDH guides will continue. There'll be more in 2026. Not forcing myself to do one every alternating month. G Rambles is the second thing, and this is weird because like nobody watches G Rambles. Like they get no views. And I don't care about views, but I still want like at least some people watching them. But I'm still gonna do them because they might get no views, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if this is going to dilute the content or something. I make these in like an afternoon. Like G Rambles are at least low effort content in the sense that like there's been times where I wanted to talk about something related to the Magic community. Like I wanted to talk about that weird worst Magic sets of all time list. Or I wanted to talk about how I feel about toxic negativity around the Spider-Man set. But I have no place to talk about that. I can make a thread on Blue Sky, but I don't have enough followers on Blue Sky for that to start anything or start a conversation or anything. And I don't want to do it on my Let's Play channel because if somebody asks me what my thoughts are on the subject, I don't want to tell them, click on Toy Story 2, Episode 5, 21 minutes in, or whatever, you know? I just want to be able to tell them there's a video about it. So G Rambles is just, I want to yap about something that I care about in this community and in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, though I don't think I've done one Yu-Gi-Oh one, where I can just yap about what I'm feeling at the time for like 10 to 20 minutes, give or take. They're fun. They give me a place to talk about shit that I want to talk about, and they don't take a ton of effort, so I don't mind. I'm going to continue doing them. If there's a subject you want me to talk about, I guess I could talk about it, but usually it's just, if you notice, they just happen randomly. There's no schedule to them. And it is just because, you know, I want to talk about X. And then I talk about X for like a half hour or whatever. Sometimes I cut it down. But for the most part, they are 10 to 20 minutes. They're not usually cut that much. Usually a minute or two can be cut if I feel like a subject doesn't matter or doesn't make sense, or I realize an error, like I say, a fact wrong or something. So yeah, those will continue 2026. They're just going to be randomly sporadic throughout the year or whatever. I don't know. I have fun with them. They're going to continue. The next thing, I guess, is my favorite cards in every set. Um, I did it for Foundations, and I didn't have it was hard to do because I'm not a It's hard. I don't know how to word this. It was hard for me to talk about these cards because I didn't play with them yet. They're just like first impression kind of favorite cards because it was a brand new set. Um, then I was going to do it for every set going forward, but then Aether Drifts got pushed back because I was working on the fucking Saheeli video, and then Tarkir Dragonstorms got pushed back because of the Baitor video, and then fucking Final Fantasy got pushed back for various reasons. I was working on 2 or 3 videos at once. I'm going to try my best to keep them going. I might skip a set every now and then, but I did it for Spider-Man and I did it for Avatar. I'm probably going to do it for Lorwyn, unless there's randomly a set that has 0 cards that I care about for some reason. I'm going to keep doing them. I'm not going to limit myself to 10 cards. I limited myself to 10 cards with maybe some honorable mentions for Spider-Man and Foundations. But for Avatar, it was hard because there was like 12 or 13 cards I wanted to talk about. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to talk about like 13 cards or whatever. I'm going to keep it around 15, but I'm not going to force myself to stick to any specific number. They're fun to do. It helps me deep dive into a set to understand it better, which I think is cool and helpful for me. So I'm going to keep doing them. There's nothing I can ask you guys to request to you because it's just the next set, just whatever the next set is. So I can't ask if you guys have any suggestions. Sorry, I had to clear my throat for a second. I suppose the last kind of video I want to do before I talk about another thing is, I don't know what to call these, like discussion videos and top 10s. Meaning like my video on all magic is real magic and my favorite frogs in Magic the Gathering and Universes Beyond Wishlist. Just not favorite card, like, just random things I want to talk about in a scripted motion format. These will continue too, but they're going to be very rare and, again, sporadic. It's just if I have something I want to talk about. I do have 2 ideas that I'm working on for these, and I guess I can talk about them. One of them is my favorite card in every single Magic the Gathering set since I started playing. So everything from Kaldheim to Lorwyn Eclipsed. Or whatever. Like everything from Kaldheim to Lorwyn. Everything. So everything from Kaldheim to Lorwyn Eclipsed. I want to do my favorite card in every set. I thought that'd be a short video. It's not going to be a short video because I am 7 pages in, I think, and I'm on set number 6 out of 34. So, I don't know. I'll try to keep it short, but it might be a longer one. But that's not coming out until I want to do it around the anniversary of Strixhaven, or whatever, or the anniversary of Kaldheim, I guess, since that's when I started playing, in between Kaldheim and Strixhaven. That's going to come out at some point, probably, unless something horrible happens. And then the other thing is a video that may or may not happen. I want it to happen, but I'm an idiot, and it's hard. It's really hard. I'm trying my best to fucking write it or whatever. A video on why Strixhaven's important to me, and just gushing about Strixhaven for a few minutes. It's hard because I've never written a script like that before, and I have hopes that I'm going to be able to do it, but it's hard. But we'll see. So there's those 2. So I have 3 DH guides currently in planning. I have 2 random videos currently in planning, and I have a few ideas for G-Rambles that I want to do. But the last thing I want to talk about is my major issue with 2025 in terms of my content. I want this channel to be like half Magic, half Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel 2024 was 90% Yu-Gi-Oh!, like 2% Magic. I know that math doesn't add up on that, but shut up. And then 2025 was the opposite. I want 2026 to be more of a balance. Because I only did, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've only done 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos this year. And I did like 10s or something, Magic ones. I want to be more mix and match, do both, At least have some form of evenness between the 2 things. I did a video about a week ago on playing Master Duel for about a half hour. I thought that was fun. I'm gonna record another one later today probably. I think it's neat. I don't know. I want to do more of that. I want to do more collabs with friends if people want to collab with me. I want to. Discussion videos are harder for me for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I am on such a different wavelength power-wise to a lot of people or whatever on Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm up for doing Yu-Gi-Oh! G-Rambles. A G-Ramble that I want to do actually is on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Topic, but I might turn that into a scripted video. It's hard to say which one I'm going to do. But yeah, that's it, I guess, for the main channel. I was gonna talk about the Let's Play channel, but I guess like I should say that for a Let's Play channel specific update video, you know. But whatever. I do have a Let's Play channel that is in the description. I have a Blue Sky that's in the description. I have all the socially jimbly thingies in the description or whatever if you want to follow me there. This I was gonna say this is the last video of 2025, but every time I say something like that, I think I want to do another video, and I do. So this could be the last video of 2025. There's a high chance you're going to get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing, but we'll see. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for 2025. I got, like, support this year and made some friends this year and got decent views this year. I don't know. I'm happy with my output. There's some things I want to change and mix up. If you guys have any suggestions on videos you want me to make or changes you want me to make, I'm an open book. I'm hearing you. So let me know or whatever. Have a great day. Follow me on Blue Sky if you want to hear more talky about what's going on. And I'll see you guys in the next video.